overcompensating, if it's willing to make too much of a difference, too big of an impact. There was a few moments in these clutch situations towards the very end where he puts his life on the line and it's not exactly necessary. The kills have happened. You've had the trades. Yeah. You've put your team in a situation that you require to win. And I think he needs to find a little bit more of a balance.
Do you think that's a lack of trust in your teammates? You're trying to overcompensate for that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, he individually was plagued for a while by a lack of firepower around him. I mean, we talked about the Sursen and Tapson kind of curse where it was either one of these two or it's not going to work out. And now I think he has to trust his teammates a little bit more, trust the system a little bit more, and know that maybe he just has to do his work. There's not need to do more. That's going to be enough.
But we think of some positives because we have been very negative on them. And we do hold big to a higher standard.
We're demanding.
We are demanding, definitely a big. But look at Crimbo. This man has changed roles, changed positions. He's been moved around constantly. At first, when he comes in, he's a big clutcher. In this game, he stepped up. And there's many games I'm seeing recently where Crimbo is the top fragger.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think Crimbo is one of the few things that is working with him big. I think it's one of the players where you can show his trajectory and it's trending upwards still. As you said, he came in with a blast, came in with a bang, being the clutcher. I remember the Antwerp qualifier where he just went absolutely ballistic for big, was the clutch master of that tournament. So there's definitely a lot of progress being made by Crimbo, but again, that's the responsibility he now has to take upon him because Sursen is no longer here, Tapson is struggling individually, so you want to put all eggs in your basket and say Crimbo is the guy that's going to bail us out. I respect him for trying, I respect him for doing well, but that's not going to be enough. This is a guy right now that is doing his job, but someone around him got to step up as well.
And you said doing his job, when you hear from Crimbo, even in Katowice, he explained to us how his role is now much bigger than it was before. Basically, Tapson is expecting from him to find solutions, expecting from him to come up with ideas. So it's a whole lot to have on your shoulders, and he individually has a challenge to turn a few flashes of brilliance into a continued stream of frags. I think he's going in the right direction.
Well, do you know who I'm expecting to get more from? It's Mahone. He's in his zone again. Let's have a look.
Pass is actually a pretty good map for big, and I have one round I want to break down that kind of shows that they're rather comfortable. So let's take a look at this round. So right here we're going to see big. They're set up outside of the B bomb site, and they're going to hit towards B. Now typically when you hit towards B, you want to have the main push to go through monster, but instead they're actually going to have the main push go through short. Going through short is rather difficult just because there's so many different spots here where you have to look both left and right when you come in, but they have one key piece of utility that makes this easier. What we're going to see here is that Hyped, he's going to throw this flash here that just goes across. Now this flash pops right about here, and what this does is it allows players, as they're coming up, it blinds this whole left section of the map. You'll see that for CTs who may potentially play in this area, these two flashes blind them like this. It creates an area, or rather a timing, for Ts to be able to cross this gap. As well, it allows for any players who are playing further back, they're also going to get blinded as well. So ultimately, it allows Favin to basically push all the way up, knowing that this left side is going to be blinded so that he can focus his efforts on clearing the right. With those flashes, it allows him to clear those players on the right side, and as well, pay attention to the pathing that Favin has here. Notice right here that he paths along this very right wall. By pathing along this very right wall, he sets himself up to be able to peek this right side. As you see, when he comes in towards this right wall, the flash pops right here. It flashes above his head so he doesn't get blinded. But if he actually decided to path along the center or the left side, if he tried to take a look towards that right side, the flash would actually blind him. So the pathing benefits him perfectly here. As well, he has a teammate that's further behind. Crimbo, he's going to punish anybody who peeks either the left or right sides. So when he gets taken down, he's there for the trade as well. Last thing you'll note here is that Keto, as he comes in towards this monster position, he's waiting for these players to create the pressure first. He does not go in at the same time. Instead, he waits for those players to make pressure first, and then he capitalizes on the reaction of these CTs trying to separate the push. He catches that player towards that monster position, and just like that, Big has the B bomb site. So this is a little strategy towards the B site that's a little bit not conventional just because they're going through short rather than monster, but this key piece of utility makes it all work. So we'll have to see if Rare Adam, whether they can figure this out.
Well, we'll be finding out what Rare Adam's got to do against them, because it's going to be hard for these guys. But Big, Is it going to be as easy as it should be on paper?
I think Big is going to win. I think Big is the better team. They do have one big weakness, though, and I hope Rare Adam is going to test it, and that's Favan individually speaking. I don't like to point out one player, but in the past 5 times he's played Overpass, he's gone minus 48. On average, he's gone minus 10 in the past 5 games on Overpass. He's holding on the B bomb side, so I want to see Rare Adam test him. See if he's still struggling in that defensive position. If he is, maybe there's an opening.
Or maybe there is an opening. Hopefully there is an opening for Rare Adam if they want to be able to try and get this and show us they can fight a bit longer. But Big, this is a game they're supposed to win. This is what they're supposed to make happen. So let's see if they can do it.
أيوة في سيء نجنا
มันขี่มันไม่ขึ้นมันเป็นอะไรเอ่ยแต่ว่ามีปุ่มอะกดคิว
Io, Waikore.
Na bene Inci Numero de tela Cica Bayabela Na bene Bayabela Io Cica Io Bayabela de tela Aywa Ngapa numero de tela
Inci Waikore.
Io ngapa numero de tela Inci numero de tela Na bene Io Aywa numero de tela
เนื้อแปดเนี่ยทอง
The redemption arc for Big has begun as they win the second map. Third map's coming up. The Answer Red Unicorn are back in favor of Big. It makes sense. The desk seems to agree. Do you agree, Mal? You're back on Big side?
I never left.
You never left?
I would have never left Big side, Anders. I think everybody knows that at this point. I'm becoming a diehard, and that means you live hard, you die hard, but you ride hard. And I'm riding with Big on this one. Rare Adam have shown a lot of promise, but I think that the Mahone strategy is one of many that we're going to be seeing where Big's playbook runs so deep on this map. It's so tough to shut him out.
You gotta hope so, right? That did look promising. It's very cool seeing how they use the flashes to enter onto that B bomb site. I'm sure we'll be seeing that. I agree. Probably quite a bit more. They look powerful right now. Rare Adam, they need to prove that it wasn't just in the opening map that they can follow through. They did, I think, play pretty well, all things considered, on Vertigo. They didn't just get blown up, but they just couldn't get the same traction. They need that right now. They start on the T side, and they're already looking to have a bit of a fight here, and so is Keto on the other side. not going to stick around. And there is a P250 in play from Jam Young. Oh, that's a great angle to win that opening fight. He's ready for more, but so is Hyped. Nice shot. And it's a quick 1-for-1 trade.
Oh, now Rare Adam. They're just feeling and prodding everywhere, taking 1v1 duels, and Crimbo is going to come out better in the duel against Mojia. Mercury doesn't seem to even know where these CTs are. They're pressing from so many different directions now, and Hyped looks like he's good for yet another one. 4 versus 2. This round is so stringy, but Rare Adam, they might have found the one way to get a bomb plant on it.
It's very, very odd. I think Keto's managed to rotate all the way down and is basically in B, but from the playground. Don't even know what's happening anymore. Kaze and Advent are left in a 2-on-4, and well, it's quickly into a 1-on-4. Crimbo's going to take care of that one, and it's an easy retake when you get headshots like that.
Yeah, very clean stuff from Big. So much aggression, and Rare Adam, I feel like they're honestly just feeling pretty good about the fact that they found a plant in that. Because there were so many players that they lost track of.
Yeah, it starts out pretty well, but I think that's exactly what it was. They just completely lost track of what was going on.
This Rare Adam team, I mean, I feel like there's so many reasons to get excited about them, though. I think that what they've shown so far against European competition is really admirable, and just to talk about Asian CS, I think that there's a lot of teams that people are... really think they can do some damage, so that Asia RMR is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I really hope so. I think it just spices things up a lot more. It makes some of these tournaments very, very unpredictable when you have a team showing up that you maybe don't know anything about, and it turns out they're really good. So that just makes it a little bit more flavorful to be watching Counter-Strike. Hyped, nice shot, very patient. Usually there is a bit of a timer when you don't have anyone in connector, and he didn't, so normally you have to fall away. He stayed there for a long time, and he might still be in some trouble. Gonna have to fight his way out, and the timing again is just excellent. Kaze goes down, and if he would have stuck to his guns, maybe he would have had that shot on Jam Young as well.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to actually swing with that flash. The couple flashes came out from Keto, and I think that Hyped wanted to take a more advanced angle. That brief window gave Rare Adam an in on this round. But 4 versus 3 from Big, and they're keeping up the pressure. Capson down his way towards Divider, and Rare Adam, yeah, they just feel like they have to commit at this point. Keto's already lodged himself into the one and done, close left at long. And so we'll see if that spot name lives up to its namesake. And it is good for the one. Trade is there from Jam Young, but his teammate has fallen already, and Favin is there to find the final kill.
All right, that was a very pedestrian end to the round in many ways. Just that little hiding in the corner for Keto, enough to stop any attempt at an attack towards the bomb site. So well done. Obviously, these 2 kills will set up the CT side nicely any day of the week. Good job. I think Hype is still... Is that... they're just giving handshake.
Yeah, I know.
What an unbelievably civilized approach.
Yeah, what is that? Why are they just shaking hands? Usually it's like a shoulder rub, a pat. You know, I think Gabi might have given Crimbo a kiss on the forehead one time, which I was just a huge fan of. That's just adorable stuff. Okay. All right, this was the one interesting thing about this round, that Jam Young decided to buy Julies. You see this every now and then, where a team on an eco decides to purchase this, and I think most of us are still siding with the P250 for the eco pistol.
Sure, yes.
But Jam Young just found a kill, so building a case. In fact, the case is just starting.
I think as well, Hype didn't have any head armor. It looked like he instantly just blew up, so... maybe that helps it a little bit, helps it along the way.
It's a bit concerning.
Just an MP9 that I managed to recover, though. Handshakes instead of high fives. There's something about that. It has like a certain... That's a way to... Some big branding in the making, you know?
I feel like that's like a margarine father.
And it definitely feels much more on the margarine side than anything else. But sometimes you have to stand out, you know? You've got to find a way.
Yeah. I don't know if you have to stand out to your child. I think just your existence is already enough.
You should be there. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well. He threw it all the way over. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
They might still not be able to find it. It looks like they won't be able to. I think they're a little bit too far away.
Yeah,
that's funny though.
It is pretty funny that when you toss guns over some of these hedges, they just land in another playable space.
Yeah.
Like if you throw it at divider towards the hedge, it just lands towards me.
You just can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Please.
Anyone that's playing graffiti would just be like, oh.
ได้หันไปสักหน่อยไว้เชียร์ให้
Okay, 3-0 though. Rare Atom, first full gun round from them. Last time around it was just the forest buy after bomb plant. We got 5 AKs, boatload of utility. See what plans they have in store for us here.
Pretty aggressive play coming out from Big once again. Look at how deep Tamsin is on this side with the M4A4. And that shrinks the map horribly for Rare Atom. This could be a very readable attack towards the V-bomb side. If you're on the big side, you're thinking, yeah, they're going to be coming now. The only upside is they're going faster with that opening. There might be a shot at it here. Moshe comes barreling through. It's another headshot. And he, well, it would have got that one. Mercury steals it in the end, but wow. I think if not for the speed and that one opening, they probably lose this round, Rare Atom, but that was their way out. That's what they had to do, and they did it.
Yeah, there's just incredible pace there from Rare Atom. As soon as they recognized that they lost so much map control, they just said, you know what? We've got one option in this round, and they took it. They seized it. That is a great shot from Moshe.
Yeah.
And this second kill as well, Crimbo's probably wishing he held that smoke a little bit more firmly, but at the same time, just gotta credit Moshe for the shots. Brilliant stuff.
Go, please.
It's super annoying if you're on the side of B because you really knew that was going to be coming, but there's no accounting for those openings. Well done, well played. Rare Atom are on the board early on. That's, yeah, it's what any fan of Asian Counter-Strike right now is going to be wishing for. You'd love an upset. They've already proven a fair bit on their little streak, their little boot camp here in Europe. Need to do more though.
Yeah, do we want to call Rare Atom a Chinese team? I think we do, right? Kaze's the one Malaysian player. And we would call Liquid American.
Yeah, it's probably until the end of time, no matter what. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, why? It's fine. We can call it Chinese team. It's all good. Round number 5. Right. Scoped up, walking in. Always a good idea if you want to avoid giving away any sound cues as you're already in the connector. Feels really unnerving if you're not used to doing it though, walking around scoped up. At this level,
Wood, please.
No problem. Tamsin's on the other side, absolutely no backup, and he's going to get hard cleared on this one. Smoke behind him. He's still good for the kill. That probably is better than I was expecting. I thought he was going to get blown up.
Definitely should have. Taken down with him is huge. Keeps it a 4 versus 4 for Big. And Rare Atom, despite taking that from battle control, they actually fall all the way back. Favin, deep in connector, is able to hear anything? I think these players have already decided to start walking, so no sound cue given up that easily, but he'll hear that. That actually might bait him in though. No, it actually gives him a timing. Advent decides he wanted to go down the ladder and height. Recognizes that Rare Atom is making their way back towards B, sets up his op, and now this is so difficult for Rare Atom.
They really just don't have the map control. We've been talking a lot about this on Overpass, how you can sort of read the T side early on from how they put their players in position, and there's been a couple of rounds now where Rare Atom don't actually have the map control to even run those defaults, so that's a bit interesting. Last time it didn't matter because they just executed onto the B-bomb side, but this time it absolutely does. Kido's gonna get the last kill. Because they never had connector, everything they were doing was just a little bit too obvious.
Yeah, exactly. Big had so much information in that round because of it, and it was Favin that took some of that space away from them. Pimp put Favin under the microscope. Said this guy has no place on Overpass, that he has been abysmal, that he's averaging -10 per map that he plays this year on it. Pimp, how are you so mean to this guy? He's 2-1.
It's what I feel like from my point of view, that's what we bring Pimp on to do though. I think it's great. I'm a huge fan of it, you know. Otherwise everything, you know, can get a little bit too nice. Everything gets a little bit too cheerful, you know.
Yeah, keep it coming, Pimp.
It's good to have someone always ready with a cold bucket of water.
Yeah, exactly.
Wood, please.
Okay, force buy though from Rare Atom. A little bit of a mismatch buy. I mean, they have 4 AKs, but this Mac 10 on Moshe means that their playbook's probably a little bit more limited. And want to send him in for an entry frag mission. Hype's still maintaining a lot of space, but they could just pop him top connector at any point.
Oh my god. Do you still want to go through with it? Yes, you do with the flash behind, and they're gonna get the kill. It's kind of bold. You could have decided to cancel that if you knew they were on the other side trying to see if they could wallbang that, but well played. Under 50 seconds now. Bomb is all the way down outside of the B bomb site, so Jamyong probably needs to get a kill and then stay alive to just draw some of the attention away from this B bomb site.
Pretty decent utility on Hyped. He could slow them down, but Crimbo getting cheeky with it, just pushing right through this one. This is such a risky play, and it is just giving Big all the information they need to rotate on over, but Hyped is the first up the bat. Swing 1, 2, a third for Hyped, and it's just Kaze at the front of the bathrooms. He's shaking at this point, knowing that there's an off right on the other side of him. But no, actually nobody was even holding front bathroom at that point for Hyped, but still, 10 seconds remaining, and Hyped, he's done enough in this round. What a performance.
That was so sick. I mean, you're right. They had the information, so even if he dies, they probably still win the round just because of the rotation, but the fact that he got all the kills, obviously even better. And another handshake. I'm mystified. Can we get the slow motion handshake on top? I feel like that's the... We need to analyze that. Handshake. Oh, it's like almost like a hybrid. High five turned into a handshake.
It's almost like the Predator handshake. Not yeah.
Niche reference, but I like it.
Yeah. CIA got you pushing too many pencils.
I need to go back and watch that. I feel like it's been too long. I still haven't watched the new Predator. That I can't even remember what it's called, but people said it was better than the trailer was suggesting.
Oh, really? Wow, that's pretty cool. Prey, I think.
Oh my goodness! Good night! Tabson put to sleep early. No cookies or anything. But his teammates are here to try and avenge what must have been a horrible death. I still think that's beautiful. Thanks, Jamyong, for giving us that.
Yeah, there was one sick moment in this round, but Rare Adam decided to pounce with that opening pick, and they were just stopped dead in their tracks.
Yeah, there's maybe angling for another 1D. That's about the best you could do here.
Oh,
and the existing B lean for Big, they already had so many players at the site that it was never really going to be possible to try to capitalize on that, unfortunately, for Rare Atom. So 6-1 going to be the scoreline here.
Yeah, I think Big have recognized in these just half-buy rounds, little mini courses from Rare Atom that they're going to lean B pretty heavy. The map control just hasn't been too strong for Rare Atom. They haven't been able to take away that sort of short banana bathroom space. And so Big predictably just playing a strong side B.
What do you mean?
Despite
the
nice shot, it's not enough.
That's the kind of shot that's really hard to hit on a 64 ticks over.
Yeah, CS2 will fix that.
That's what they're promising, right? I'm still very curious about what sub-tick really means from like a server infrastructure point of view, but I guess we'll find out one day.
Yeah. It's like when the bitrate of the song I'm listening to is variable. It's like, just give me 32 kilobytes a second on my music quality. I don't need this variable bitrate.
You need the headphones. I feel like once you get up there, that becomes the bottleneck, doesn't it?
I think 320 kilobytes is when you can still tell the difference, but anything higher than that, like FLAC, hard to tell. Okay, height, top con, just peeking his head up. A little bit of whack-a-mole being played, and Advent is able to get a high score. 4 versus 3. This is the best things have looked for Rare Adam for some time. You'd love to see him convert to keep this one competitive.
Yeah, I think the scope was preventing Hype from actually seeing Advent at all, so a bit unfortunate, a little bit awkward. They've made a rotation, which is not bad. They've got 2 people here, but a very, very awkward position for Keto. I'm shocked that no one checked it. He's able to get the 1, and it could have just as well been the double. Farvin is all the way back here, and he'll pick up 1 more, down to 40 seconds, and a 2. Oh, what? Farvin is in the smoke! How has he done it? Now it's all on Meier, and he almost misses a shot there. Crimbo's walking up from behind, and Meier He's running out of time and run out of health as well. 25 seconds. He has to go and pick up the bomb and try to figure out. He might be able to guess where Crimbo is at this point, but how do you win this fight? He swings for it once and oh my god! That's how it's done! That is perfect. A surgical strike to take down that last player.
What a shot from Moja. Wow. Felt like Crimbo was playing that so safely, just jiggling around a headshot angle. But Moja, perfect crosshair placement as he approached. And it felt like it was enough for Favin. That he once again upended Pimp's comments. But not the case, as Moja wins the 1v2 outright.
เต่าเทพ
So sick. He definitely should have won that one. But, yeah, the precision on the other side was too much to overcome.
Food, please.
Rare had some badly needed that round, and they have such an opportunity. If you look at the money on the big side right now, if they can win this next round, they can actually bounce back into this game in such a huge way. And look at Mercury. He's managed to sneak his way through. Yeah, you want to keep pushing that. It's such a nice place to be. But Crimbo, I don't know if he saw him or if he just was very worried about that deep smoke, but either way, what a find.
Oh, Tapson misses the opportunity there. Still, man advantage lies with Big, and Tapson, okay, really wanted to get... What the? How does that happen?
I don't know. I don't think Advin does either.
วนเดือด
That is a keyboard breaking moment for him. Jam Young's gonna get the kill finally, but that might cost him the round.
It surely cost him a little bit of morale.
It's devastating, isn't it?
โดนอะไรโดนพาถาม
Unthinkable. And Advent's not having a great game. 1 and 8. Been nice to see him put another on the board, but it's like Rare Adam, they're raring to go towards this A bomb site. Good counter nade right there. That's a ton of damage. 46.
Super unfortunate. They need every bit of health they can have right now. 30 seconds. How do they get a little bit closer? Early brush on the keto. He's not loving that, but they're also running out of time here. 20 seconds. Type patiently waiting. He's going to be rewarded for it. Farman does a jump up, and he still gets it. 1 versus 2, and a hunt for the smoke glass. He's no idea. Everything is gray screened, and he just has to run it out. The round has been lost. He can't plant the bomb any longer. Now it's just about surviving, and he's trying to make the escape. Oh, no scope headshot. That's not bad, but what a confusing end to the round.
Oh, wow.
And he's trying to wallbang. You can shoot through the floor of it.
Yeah, could have seen something even more ridiculous happen than what we just witnessed, but man, that round was all over the place. Crimbo with the opener, just kind of blindly shooting through a smoke. Tapson with the 180 right here to take down Advent. Like, that's a lot of things in this round that just shouldn't have happened did, and most of them favored Big.
ไปไหนเพื่อนขึ้นไปไหน
Oh, yeah, that's the face of disappointment. We can all recognize this is going to be sick.
Saving the off, though, very important. There was not a lot of money to work with on the Rare Adam side, but now they have a win condition. It's all up to Kaze to find some sort of entry on this.
I feel like allowing Big to squeak through, though, with another buy, because Big would have been saving as well. That's just so painful.
That was a big swing.
You're right. At least they have this to work with. They recognize it as well. They're going to use it as the tool to try and try open the round with anything they can get. And Big is not giving them anything. They're really far back all from the map.
Please.
Rare just prodding slowly with the op. Deagle on the other end in the hands of Mozia. Just praying for something to go their way. Because it doesn't really feel like they have any strong reason to be able to breach a bomb site. They have no nades to work with. It's really just this op.
Yeah. So far, they spent a long time putting it into position. It's going to be a little bit disappointing if it just goes down right away. Looks like Hype's got a huge advantage in this fight. Very tiny gap here on Kase's side of things. They'll pick up the AWP, and for some reason forgetting that was an opportunity. That seems a little bit silly. Didn't really need to do that. 25 seconds left. They still should be all right on the defense. Up close here with the MP9. Obviously, no head armor on the other side, so one misstep, and they're going to get blown up. Farm in there with a double, and yeah, they lose a player, but it's all right. Big are going to be fine with it. Yeah, how do you feel about this idea? What if in Source 2, when the train goes by, it can sort of like blow away the monster smoke, Like the added wind, like you got the wind effect. It like temporarily ruins it.
I'd love to see if there was just a different design for the train so you could bounce nades off of it and land it.
Oh, like they gain extra speed.
Oh yeah, did it like yeah, it just flies towards A. Like some way you can throw a jump up CT smoke at A with a smoke from outside monster.
Like an HE from the T side that just gets blown into the A bomb side somehow.
It's like 555 movement speed or something.
Yeah, just Mark 3 HEs.
Yeah, breaks the sound barrier a bit.
Well, we don't know yet. All anyone's playing is Dust 2.
It is tough to stomach another Dust 2 game.
But you have to do it.
I like Dust 2 actually. Who am I kidding? I actually like that map.
Alright. Well, this is kind of going according to the plan for Big. It's what everyone predicted. They're going to be good on this map. And so far, that's pretty much what they've proven. Good blow up of the door, the flash, and then the swing for Tabson. Good coordination between all of those elements to get the kill on Mercury to begin with. Timing shot for Hype. Doesn't really matter if he misses it or not, but as long as he doesn't die out here, it's 4 on 5 is not really necessary.
Spotted that player. Definitely wants to take the fight. Hype is really looking forward in this game. He's 14-6 right now. Don't really blame him. You're hitting every shot. You want to take home.
Yeah, it's a huge advantage for them right now, and it's something made Rare Atom very nervous on that side of the map right now. 50 seconds as they are grouping up towards the B bomb site.
All right, this is the pimp win condition. He wanted them to challenge Favin as much as humanly possible. And there he goes. Okay. Down just like that. 4 versus 4. Crimbo still dancing around the pillar. And, whoa, okay, Mozia. Double entry to get into this one. And suddenly, it seems like Rare Atom have a real possibility.
I guess they do.
Gosh, they're nearly dead. That would have been maybe a little bit of a change. He's going to be careful now. Hype has shown up, but there is a flank coming in. Jamyong, all this way. He was holding her at bathrooms at the start of this fight, and now he's almost able to close out the round. Not going to wait any longer, just instantly going for it. And it's a 2-on-3. Keto would have loved for a default bomb plant, but that's going to be the case. Can't they? Does go down eventually, but the bomb did get planted. That's the important part here. And Moja, he's not far away from getting his 3rd kill of the round. Tabson, if he walks into this one, he's surely dead. You could see Moja's well positioned for it. He's going to get that one. Still, there is a chance maybe for Keto. Doesn't have the kit right now, so going to tap it once, and I think he needs an instant headshot, or it's going to be too late. It might already be indeed. Yeah, time is up for this one. He can try and see if he can take Jamyong with him. Oh, good headshot, but I think he might have it. Surely not. There's no way.
Yeah, I think he might.
No way, Maui.
Oh, let's see.
1 versus 2 without a kit and against an AWP in the sniper's nest. He goes for it, and he actually did it. I can't believe it. I surely thought that was going to be the end of the round. That is unbelievable.
Oh, it felt like they wasted all the time in the world, so I understand the confusion there, but no, Keto just kept his cool and caused, I mean, the re-peeking from heaven?
Yeah, Jamyong up there.
Jamyong, yeah. Oh no.
University.
I can't believe it. That looked so lost.
Yeah, and it felt like they took so long on this. Oh, wow.
Unbelievable.
I feel like it was under 2 seconds. I mean, Hype can't even believe it. Like, how'd you give him that fight?
University.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see. Everything else up until that point was really well played. 9-2. Big are just, even when they're losing some of these rounds, they find a way to flip it back on Rare Atom in some really unlikely ways. Obviously, the Tabson deal round was another one of those. Hype is out there just battling all over the place and taking down Jamyong, who's the only one really, apart from Moja maybe, that's been having a real output here on the T side. Keto? Oh, I don't know, that's worth it.
Yeah, just dry swinging there.
Okay.
For some reason he thought he had him dead to rights, but oh no, this is unraveling for Big. That's the one loose thread, and now it's all coming apart for them. Okay, they're trying to set up a boost towards jump up. It actually works in Tabson's favor. Oh, he almost presented a second kill right there, and Crimbo just swings out. Okay, everybody from Big is just swinging out through that smoke. They are completely disrespecting the utility of Rare Atom, and it is working out for him.
Yeah, that's unbelievably aggressive. That's the kind of stuff that maybe you would actually see Rare Atom trying to do themselves on the CT side, but yeah, Big just bringing it, like you said, disrespecting them, and it works.
Advent there.
เฮ้ย
Definitely had
ตา
time
ข
to
วา
react.
ไปด้วย
Might have had a
เดี๋ยว
name in
ตา
his
ข
hand
วา
or something. But
I think he was flashed by a teammate, unfortunately. Ooh, okay. That would explain it. I still can't.
Wood, please.
I can't get behind Keto's peak out there. That seemed a little bit too crazy when you're in a 4-on-5.
it was actually just rude. It was actually just rude.
Yeah.
He never needed to do that. There's no justification for it. Nice cleanup from Tapson here, though. Ooh, okay. Let's see, is he gonna get the ace? Oh, there it is.
Tapping away at the end like it was meant to be.
Yes, and the shake. Not the same kind of handshake we've been getting.
All right, they're really mixing it up. I feel like they should stick with the handshake at this point in time. I feel like that's the way to go now.
Yeah, Gabi's just throwing in some mix-ups.
Maybe a handshake and a little head bow, respectfully. Sort of, yeah, well done. Like, don't get too excited, gentlemen, but we are winning.
It's all headshots too.
There's just some vintage tabs and performances coming out here.
Yeah.
Anyone who's a fan of the game just has to appreciate. You just have to.
Any player with legacy.
ซ่อมเป็นซ่อมตีเป็นซ่อม
Keto, right there on the stairs. Mercury's already chipped down pretty low. One bullet, that's all it's gonna take for Keto. And okay, Advent there with the trade. And so much damage inflicted onto Rare Atom already.
Yeah, he's running into a brick wall here in the first half. Good flick from Hype. An 11-2 scoreline right now. Boy, try and get another couple of rounds before, but it's almost already too late. Tabson is out hunting at long, and he could find a kill against Jamyang here in a couple of seconds. This is, again, a very, very strong position to be in, and it limits the map for the T side so much, which that's been a lot of problem so far, hasn't it, for Atom, really? They just haven't had the map control to do really elaborate executes with.
Every time it seems like they even try to get up A, they're taking casualties. Tapson just hunting them down. Rare Atom.
Wood, please.
There's not much they can do here. They at least have some utility, but I think Big knows exactly what's coming.
They definitely do. They've got everything covered. Good crossfires. Good everything right now. It's so sick. A 12th round. It's Tabson now up at 16 kills as well. Between him and Hype, they are just they're cleaning up this first half entirely. Very, very convincing. And obviously for Rare Atom just finding themselves an overpass here, just they needed to win this. It looks like they had to try and close it out on Vertigo.
Definitely. This is Big in their comfort zone. Nothing that Rare Atom has thrown at them has even made these rounds too confusing. I don't even know if I can say it. I mean, this is a must-win round for Rare Atom, but every round has become a must-win round for them.
Wood, please.
From here on out. All right, I like it. Aggressively surfing past, hoping to see if you could find somebody. Actually, it did kind of bait Tabson into that one, so well played. There is another chance for an opening. Mercury is deep on the bomb site. Keto take that one kill farm with another one. And somehow they managed to regain control of the defense. Oh, he's very, very patient, Hype. Didn't want to fire that too soon, and even if he misses the shot, it doesn't matter because the rest of the B attack has been completely stopped on the other side. Moja is on his own, and Big, they're going to find with a wallbang shot at the end. 13 rounds in their first half. That's everything they could have wanted. Second half is coming up after this.
ที่พักแบบโดยสามลุก ก็ยิง
Blast Premier is coming to North America. NACS is back, baby. NACS is back on home turf. People have been waiting a long time. The Blast stage is something that they've never experienced. CSGO is coming to the nation's capital. Blast Premier, Washington, D.C.
ตุ้มโดนไม้แน่ๆ
Wood, please.
ยิงไอ้สองไม่ได้
Wood, please.
เขามีป้อมดีกว่า
Wood, please.
สองเลยคุณใหญ่ยิงลูกมันยิงลูกก็ยิงป้อมมันป้อมมันยิงไม่ถึงฮ่าฮ่าระยะ8+3แค่12 8 9อ๋อขาด1ยิงล่า
Once again, final half coming up here. It's big and rare. And this third map has been just a wonderful show and beautiful party broadcast for big. They are so well on their way, and Rare Atom just don't seem to have the depth of map pool to be able to fight on this particular map. It's a little bit upsetting because they are really strong and a really fun team to watch, but on Overpass, it's just all big at the moment.
Yeah, it's it seems like we've been witnessing nuclear fission. Big are definitely split in the atom.
Nice. I like it.
Get that one out there. Not sure if they're gonna have a split on this half.
I like it. I feel like there might be even fewer physicists in the audience than there are synchronized swimmers, but
yeah. Look at a couple. Okay, heavy long play from Big. Mercury's gonna be greeted by a lot of Glocks. I spotted at least one of those players.
Yeah. Suspicious at the very least. They start to show up. Swing wide, but what a headshot to begin with. They were setting up to do like a 1-2-3 punch kind of thing from the CT spawn, but when you die that quickly, there's no follow-up even allowed.
No. Take off one end of the pincer that quickly. Mozia has had some incredible highlights. He's going to have to put one together here if Rare has a chance in this, but instantly taken down by Favin, his least favorite player.
That was the time to bring up. There's a 3-on-5, and yeah, the aim punch there, just a little bit too much to handle. Kaze trying to do anything he can with the P2000, but it's proving a little tricky. It looks like there was a chance, but more headshots are coming through. It's Keto finding a triple to end the pistol round in the second half with. Really well done.
Clean stuff for Big to recognize that long side got smoked off.
Okay, what the? He doesn't see any of those people.
I don't know what he was shooting at.
And he didn't either, and turns out it didn't even matter. He's playing a whole new level of counter.
นี่แหละซีด
Using the playing with his eyes closed at that point in time.
Yeah, I don't know if CS2 is going to make that easier or harder. I guess he would shoot little bullet holes through the smoke there.
Yeah, which I assumes that I don't think that's going to help you, right? I think if anything, it's going to tempt people to do it more, and then they're going to get badly punished for trying.
The one thing I fear about that is that the A1S might just get strong again. The no tracers, but you're still going to create those bullet holes. I feel like everybody's just going to use the A1S.
That could be, but you're running out of bullets really quickly on you to do that.
Yeah,
it's kind of risky. I feel like
it is.
I don't know. What about if the sawn-off shotgun created like a giant hole to give it like a purpose?
Yeah, give it a purpose.
So you buy it like on the T side, and it's not meant to kill anyone. It's just meant to open up the smoke. and all the tech lines working through.
I like watching the Negev actually.
That is obviously the next type of play.
Yeah, it actually was kind of convincing in the videos I've seen of the Negev spamming smokes. It's like the edges of those just they do go away. Sure, shooting in the dead center isn't gonna do that much, but little flash play from Rare Atom. They're actually acquiring, dare I say, more map control on the CT side than what we saw from them on the T side. Like that they took a plan into this round.
Something they need to change is they buy the Negev and you have a decoy. It should be full auto decoy.
Just doesn't stop.
Just doesn't stop at all.
Ear piercing.
And just if everyone gets one, then no one can hear anything at all.
Gatling gun.
Yeah. Anyone with a headset, they have to take it off. In fact, they just can't. Oh no, not the Negev decoy.
Yeah, I know that the flashbangs were giving some people are reactivating their tinnitus.
มี
You should just actually deafen people with decoys.
อันนี้เสร็จเลย
hurt them.
Just starting to get a little bit personal, but I like it. Whatever it takes to win, you know.
Okay, alright. Rare Atom have actually put together a stack.
They have. They could do it, but damn, they need the opening. Advent, very, very flash. They decide not to check it in spite of the fact that they clearly were looking. Crimbo, they'll pick up the one kill there. There is a flank coming in. It might be a little bit late, but the scout is good for a kill. That's exciting. They need to stay alive back there for the flank, and they're just a bit late. Oh, Jam Young, it's so close. The bomb is going to be planted, but on the other side, and Tabson just steps right into it. 15 rounds on the side of Big. Yeah, Gob is happy right now, and you can't really blame him.
That's about as well as you could have outlined a round for Rare Atom, too. They took that early space, they knew that Big were headed towards A, and yet they still couldn't hold on. We're starting to see the difference in terms of player quality, and just the execute from Big was very strong on top of that.
This is really, really one-sided right now on the third map. There's no way to really get around it. With Tabson playing well, with Hype playing well, in fact, everyone is just playing well at the moment.
Game is feeling pretty stat patty for Big. Oh, they were trying to assemble the boost to spot over there, and Keto heard it. Oh, he sensed weakness. He knew that they were trying to get out of there, but Kaze still was able to stand his ground. Hasn't had a great game thus far, but putting one on the board now at least gives Rare Atom a little bit of life in this round.
Hard to blame Keto for that one. You definitely heard, you definitely sensed that there was an opportunity or a timing there. Crimbo, he was waiting for a jump inside of the B-ball side for a while. Didn't really get it, so he's decided to vacate that position. Nade right on top of Jam Young. That's super frustrating. Another one puts it down at 34.
Yeah, good utility, as you would expect from Big, and they still have a lot left in order to exec onto this big site. There's only a couple of Rare Atom players here. Jam Young, one we saw already tagged down, and looks like the other is Mozia. They are split up. It's tough to connect between these two guys.
Well, he's just going to wait inside, but it fades just as he does, so no luck on that one. And in spite of a good start, this is a problem for the defense. Flash is going over, and it's almost good timing, but Farben still couldn't really find it. Now some nades are starting to rain down. There's a smoke up at heaven to stop any kind of a rotation coming in from there. Mozia, he's going to have to do a lot of work here. Kaze already taken down. And look at the wrap there. Mercury going down. Tabson with the final kill of the best of three as the Big will survive an earth scare from Rare Atom and defeat them in 3 maps. Not bad at all.
Yeah, convincing stuff from Big as we moved on to map 2 and 3. Seemed like it was a little bit of a surprise pick to kick off the series from Rare Atom. And we're going to hear about what the depth thoughts. So take it away, fellas.
Well, Big managed to bully and dominate when it came to overpass, and that was more what we expected. That's what we wanted to see. And Pimp, you called out 5, and I think he heard you, mate. Give him some extra fuel for the fire.
I didn't call out anyone. I said there was a potential weakness, and then
that was really mean what you said. Actually, it's really mean, extremely mean.
Hurt your feelings, didn't it?
Hurt his feeling, not my feeling. Favin's feeling.
If you're winning 16-2, you better be in a plus score. So well done, Favin. Well done.
I mean, let's be honest. This was much better from Big. This was the version of Big that we hope to see. I think Vertigo was a transition towards that state where Big was head and shoulder above the likes of Rare Atom. We had Tabson coming in with a bunch of multi-kills finally a good map, a strong map for him where he makes a difference. But mostly, I think all conversation should be around height because this game has his footprints all over it. It was very impactful. It was very dominant. He was moving around the map in connectors, sometimes in B, sometimes in long. Very hard to see coming and extremely efficient.
We spoke about it in the first map, this Hype versus Kaze matchup on a least on Ancient. Yes, okay, it's one that Rare Adam won, but it was a battle where Hype didn't have a chance in it. This time, Hype just took the fight to everyone and rolled over.
Yeah, look at some of these highlights, how deep he is and how aggressive he is and how up front he is. He was constantly re-aggressing in the beginning of the rounds, mid-round as well. You see it right here, 1:15 left of the round, over towards the B bomb side. I love when we have a highlight reel like this that is showcasing the player getting kills all over the map, right? He's not standing still, he's not playing one position, he's all over the map and he's not afraid of taking some of these duels. So well done to Hype, he was dominating that CT side and that just goes to speak for Big as well. We spoke about it coming into the map. We all expected them to win this one, not this one-sided, but this is Big when they're at their best, right? This is Big when they're playing good Counter-Strike, and this is the Big I want to see, because if they play at this level, they are going to be a tough task to beat.
But we got to slow down a little bit on it, right? Because yes, this is great, but this is what Big should have done. We know that they should have done this. You speed up again.
No, thank you so much. I was so ready to slow. Come again? What are you talking about? You happy about Big?
You weren't even listening?
No, but he was telling me to slow down. I was just...
We need to get some help, I think.
Yeah,
this is only day 2. We've already hit this level of Maniac. But you are living up to your name, mate. No, I'm talking about... Yes, this is great. This is Rare Atom. But everyone else is tougher. This is... We can't be praising this so much, right?
Yeah, but I don't really like this line of thought in general, because at the end of the day, you can only beat who's in front of you. And Big started this series by being rolled over on Ancient. And this was the same opponent they had against them. It was Rare Atom who was executing on them. Big didn't know what to do in the defense. This overpass, this first half, was night and day compared to Ancient. I'm just giving you a little tidbit of information. Outside of the pistol round, Big won obviously 12 rounds in the defense. Only one came through a defuse. They only needed to defuse once out of the 12 rounds that they beat after the pistol round. This was clear cut, no contest, tap out, throwing the towel, everything, the kitchen sink as well. The defense of Big was too strong, and Rare Atom just didn't have the finesse to get to the side and create these post-time situations. They never got there.
You know what's even worse? Rare Atom, they won 10 opening duels in this game, and Big still won 16-2, right? So it wasn't like Big weren't tested in the middle of the rounds and the beginning of the rounds. They were just so much better that even playing 4v5, they were good enough to handle.
And when you look at Rare Atom's overpasses in their past game, they don't seem to really learn too much.
That's the main point I wanted to bring in, right? We talked about it coming into it. We know Rare Atom, they play Inferno at a high level. We were a little bit surprised by Ancient. That was a strong performance, but they are one-trick pony in the sense that in a best-of-3 game against any competitive team, we've seen Rare Atom struggle a lot. Sure, winning a best-of-3 against a top European team, it takes a deeper map pool, it takes a little bit of a deeper playbook as well, and it does seem like if Plan A is not working, Plan B or Plan C doesn't even exist within Rare Atom. So still a lot to work on, despite having a decent showing.
Well, we are starting to praise Big. Let's have a listen to some of their comms. We've got round 12.
Ganz vorne. Molo. Lang Flash vorne. Ganz vorne. Molo, noch nicht drauf. Ich bin blind. Meine. Euch Toilet. Toilet danach. Straße. City. Komm mal.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Bleib raus.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo?
Zwei raus. Leute raus. Weiten. Straße links. Blauer. Links raus.
Dân nữa xin trở lại điện hạ có gì sai bảo?
Now, good communication, but you expect that from them in their mother tongue. But the other thing is the confidence boosting they're going to gain when we spoke about being knocked down even before this tournament, even before they face Rare Atom.
I like the energy in that kid. You know, you're playing Rare Atom, and I was playing in an online tournament. It's 10-2 or 9-2, but there's still a lot of energy, right? Right now, Big, they need confidence. They need to get back to winning ways. I believe they even said it coming into the game as well in the interview, and they gotta win right here. They got a rather convincing one. So I love to hear the energy. I love to see Big playing this type of Counter-Strike, and then let's forget what happened 3 hours ago on Ancient.
Well, let's discover what's going on inside the Big camp and how Keto is feeling after that one as he spoke to Heku.
Keto, congratulations, first win here at the Blast Showdown. Do you feel relieved right now?
Yeah, of course. I think since Pro League, we like the match against Movistar, we lost like every match. We failed in open qualifiers, and we didn't really know why, because practice always went really good. Like we never had such good practice. I think we won like out of 20 practice games, we won like 19, I think, and then we go into officials and we just lose. So yeah, I don't know. We are really happy that we won this game, and I think they played great.
When you saw the video, did you actually expect for this series to go to all 3 maps?
yeah, I think our ancient is not that great. Like we know that, we work on that a lot. So obviously, like we knew it could be a free mapper. But yeah, we're really happy that it turned out our way this time.
You're saying that you are working on ancient. Is the city side is where you're spending the most time right now?
Yeah, like we watch a lot of demos, how other teams play, but unfortunately it's not like really working for us, and like we don't feel so comfortable right now on this map, and that makes like the comms really hectic, and I think that's why we play really bad on this map, and yeah, we will see how we continue like our approach on this map.
And when you were brought back from the academy team, a lot of your teammates and also including your coach were saying a lot of good things that you're actually helping Topson. In what situations are you actually helping him out?
Like on T sides, like I give him rounds he can call, and like let's say 1 or 2 rounds a game, like I tell him what could work, and like often it's like these rounds are working. I think I help him this way, and on CT side, like when I feel comfortable, like I'm really good at like controlling the sides, but like as I said on ancient, like we are all not that confident right now, so it makes that like a lot harder. But yeah, when I feel the game, I think I'm like really good at helping him to coordinate.
Well, your next opponent will be either Fnatic or Nine. Did you get to prac against the Polish lineup?
No, I don't think. Maybe we pracked against them, but I'm not sure. But I know that I think we had an official against them at some point. But I think they're like really good, like on a really good level right now. They're also qualified for other tier 1 LAN. So like both teams are like, I think dangerous for us. Like right now, every team is dangerous for us. So we will do everything to get another win.
Well, I do appreciate and respect the honesty out there, because every team is dangerous, but especially as this opposition's only going to get much tougher.
No, every team is really strong. I mean, they deserve the win. They have fantastic players. We're not play our own game.
Play our game, good. Yeah,
I'm just doing the bingo card. No, there was an interesting element coming out of Kido's interview, is the fact that apparently they're bashing everyone in practice, and I never really know how to toy with the concept when I'm at the desk. Because what does that tell us? That a team is doing so well in practice, but they can't really translate it so easily? Is that a question of whether or not you're practicing the right way, or is it because you players cannot just mentally play exactly the same? And it must be really frustrating if you're the staff, if you're Gob, if you're Tapson, if you think you have a team that is supposed to be able to do round A, B, C, D, E, and then you get to the official and your players don't show up, they don't do what they're supposed to, they don't make the difference they have to do. It's very hard and frustrating to move forward that. So there might be just something they need to analyze and put their nose in.
Yeah, it's never nice to be nice in practice and suck in official games. Big, at least they have the potential. If you're winning in practice, you can always work on transferring that into the official game, so they're not completely lost in that regard. But I agree with Matthew, it's always hard to figure out what does that actually mean, I remember VP back in 2015-16, they were the best in practice and they were the best in official games as well, so it's
they kind of did both, yeah. Take the hell out of you, even in official.
Yeah, but you guys really enjoyed those moments for sure.
Pretty good time.
Let's take a look at some more good times. So it's our bracket and see where we're at throughout the tournament so far. On the left-hand side, we're looking at our European, and Big have moved on forward. We have said goodbye to Rare Atom, but for Big, man, they're going to go up against either Fnatic or Nine. If we take a look, that is a game that's coming up next. We've still got 2 more best of 3 to deliver you Counter-Strike fans at home today, and we're ending the day with Liquid taking on Nouns. Are we going to get an upset, Maniac?
No, we're not.
No, we're not. So we're going to a break, and when we come back, we'll discuss which team is going to cause an upset potentially and which will not. That's it.
Thảo Dân xin chào rồi. Lao dịch.
Dân nữa xin trở lại. Dân phu. kiến điện hạ. Dân phu. Dạ bẩm, có dân nữ. Dân phu.
Bái kiến điện hạ. Dân phu.
ตอนเดียวอุณหภูมิไม่น้อยอีกเลยอายันแท้มาดู3 รอบ3 รอบอายันเกินนอนเฮ้ยเขามาลาสันไก่เลยมาโดยฮะนอนกี่โมงครับตื่นไวเกินนอนกี่โมง
Dạ bẩm, có thảo dân.
Wood, please.
Dân phu.
ลงธนูคอมเฮ้ยเตียวครับเหรอแต่งหีนี่เตียวครับนี่ทำไมเป็นจีนไม่ใช่เป็นก็จีนนี่หว่าเตียวครับเป็นจีน
Wood, please.
อ้าวไอ้เตียวครับมี2 อันอ๋ออยู่ใกล้ๆผมนี่คือคืน
Thảo dân xin chào bạn. Dân phu.
โอ้4 โมงเย็นก็นอนแล้วนอนไวโอนน้อยแท้แต่เดี๋ยวถ้าช่วงผมก็นอนน้อยแล้วแต่ช่วง
Going into this next matchup, we have a team that is on the rise in 9 with Fnatic, who have been the staple of rebuilding the Fnatic brand in a different way, in a mixed European way. Both teams looking good in their own ways, but Maniac, this is not going to be as easy, I think, when it comes to Fnatic, who have struggled more recently than what we expected.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out why we all see so much upset potential in this game. Because I share your thoughts, and I think the community in general has been a couple of tweets at me as well. Hey, be careful, like 9 is going to take down Fnatic.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, 9 have had a couple of results here and there that are interesting. After all, they did qualify for IM Rio through the whole jungle of the open qualifier, the closed qualifier, that is legit. They have Hades, a player who is seemingly finding a second breath in this team, and it's great for him. But still, like, are we underestimating Fnatic? Do we think so little of that team? What is going on?
I don't know, because for me, I'm thinking I put still Fnatic, this new Fnatic, on a higher level, but 9 and Hades, the ways he reinvented himself coming onto this roster, you kind of thought he was done after Ents, you know, and here he is again. They've succeeded, they're finding success.
I think the reason why we are a little bit in doubt is because of 9, yeah, because of the online practice, and because of how many games they're playing, and because of how much they actually grind the game. The past 3 months, 110 maps have they played in 3 months, 110 official games. Add on to that, you know, the Face It, the individual practice, all the practice games as well. These guys are living and breathing official counters right now. So we're giving them credit because we see 9 make moves to qualify for the AMA, they qualify for other big LAN events. So it is a decent team, but I would say it like this. Fnatic, to me, are the gatekeepers of top 11, top 12, top 13. Normally never beat anyone above them, normally never lose against anyone below them. So I'm not really worried on behalf of that.
Just to give you a comparison point, we said 110 maps for 9 at that time. That's the 36. That's literally a times 3. There's a factor 3 in terms of the amount of officials registered in that.
But for a team like Fnatic, you don't have to play as many of these qualifiers, right? You're getting direct invites, you're going for yourself. It's a different scenario.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue they don't have to play these because there are indeed some of the keys, some of the qualifiers that they don't have to play with. But yes, there's also the question of the map pool. Now, here is the problem that I have personally when you bring up statistics like these. How am I supposed to make sense of the 110 maps that I've already played? Most of them are against people that I don't know any of them. So it's very complicated. And if I have that kind of issue, I can anticipate that Fnatic have the same. If you are Keithan now, and your task is to figure out what is the real map, what are the real maps they're good at, you don't exactly
ดา
have
เรา
an
ใช้จาก
extremely
การ
big sample size
จัดไว้
against significant opponents. So you might just go a little bit in the dark.
Hopefully, though, Fnatic have the tools and the people around them to be able to delve into that and find some of the good matches, find the higher level opposition that they're playing against. Because Fnatic at this point, we should be singing their praises in this.
I think Fnatic is a good team. It's a legit team. You look at the players, you look at the guys right here, and I think we all agree that there's potential, and they have shown a certain level of consistency as well. You said it just before. You consider this new Fnatic to be way better than any of the versions of Fnatic we've seen the past couple of years, and I would agree with that. They have stagnated a little bit in their development. It feels like they're stuck now with 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in the world, which is okay, but as I said, it does feel like they're the gatekeepers of that. They're never beating anyone above them, but they're never losing against anyone below them, and that's a pretty good state of things to have going.
Well, I love the point you're making, and I want to learn some more about it. So let's see what Messi said to Heku.
Hey Messi, welcome to the Blast Showdown. This is the online part of the tournament. Does it make any difference the fact that this is online and not on LAN?
I definitely think it has a bit of an effect, especially when you're playing like some of the underdog teams or like the team we're playing today, 9, who have a lot of practice and a lot of officials on their online cups, and building that like fluid and like that flow of playing online games constantly. I think it definitely make a difference, but we're confident either way.
You're confident? That's always great to hear. But Mezzi, I know that you kind of like moved to the IGing role like relatively recently, but I don't think I've ever actually asked you about like if there's anyone on your team who actually helps you to call. Is there anyone maybe like a right hand on your team?
I'd definitely say it's
หรือว่าเกมเจ็ดตัวหรือเปล่าหรือว่าเกมเอ็ดมันว่าประมาณ
Wood please
วิดตอบมันขึ้นหน้าเว็บอยู่อีก1 ชั่วโมง 15 นาที1 ชั่วโมง 15ประมาณตี 2ปะตี 2ได้รับผม 1,000 เนื้อเลย
好像是叫了
เฮ้ยค้างเอาแล้วทหารผมหายไปไหนหมดอ่ะ
Xin phụng mệnh. Tiểu nhân làm ngay. Xin tuân lệnh. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Có tiểu nhân.
Wood please.
Điện hạ có gì xem rõ. Tiểu nhân đã rõ.
ด่าเวียดนาม ผมเล่นทีเวียดนามไปรับแล้วไปจ้าผมไปแล้วนะคุณเบียร์อะไรเยอะๆนะเดี๋ยวเขาดูเดี๋ยวเขาไม่อยู่แล้วยาวประมาณเกือบเดือนไปครับไปครับขอบคุณครับขอบคุณครับผมบายบายบายจ้าโอเคผมไปนั่งเปิดดูคอมพิวเตอร์ต่อ
I think for quite a few years now, I think even when in my previous teams I've had a chance to play against a lot of their players, and they're definitely a skilled roster and have a lot of individual like skill ceiling, but yeah, I think they're in a good position there, but I think we're definitely confident in going up against them, and these are the teams that we have to be able to beat if we want to be like a consistent top team as well, like top 10 team and so on.
Fantastic insight from Mezzi there, and one point we have to touch on is this communication he's doing with Royan and how much he's helping out.
Roy is a hidden gem, or has been a hidden gem in Denmark for quite some time. I was surprised that no one wanted to pick him up. I remember when he was in Copenhagen Flames as well, a lot of people were rumoring him to go to Liquid, and I thought that would make sense because he's one hell of a strong player. Now in 2022, as per according to the stats, he was flying on all cylinders. He's off to a little bit of a slow start individually speaking in 2023, but trust me when I say that Roy is probably one of the best teammates you can find in the entire world of Counter-Strike. Causes zero problems whatsoever. He's a great communicator, and he's hard hitting on the server.
And he's a playmaker. He's a playmaker. If you're a team in Counter-Strike who wants to go for trophies, you need to be able to win rounds you aren't supposed to win.
Yes.
This is a key feature of any team that has deep runs to tournament. And my issue with Fnatic is that I feel this man on our screen is the only one that actually does it. That's the problem that I have with this lineup. If you put them in a good position, I know Nikodos can be safe. I know Krims will just push it home. He'll just go it through the finish line. He's going to stop the B hit if he has the numbers. But if Fnatic's in a 3v5, is in 1v3 or whatever, I feel like if it's not Roy, they don't have that spark of craziness And that means that in the games where things go to hell, sometimes he has too much on his shoulders. You can see him just trying to get stuck in, trying to make a difference. If it's not working out, he just ends up being in a pile of crap. And that's my problem sometimes with Roy. I think he's a little bit alone in that department.
Yeah, sometimes they have to force the issue, but he's got no one else to back him up. I see your point. I'm with you. But let's try and understand this veto, because we're hoping that Fnatic worked out where this would go and what they'll be able to have. And they've gone for their try and pick Overpass over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, Overpass has been a home soil for Fnatic, that's for sure. The first few bans were quite clear. Then we have Vertigo being the pick of 9. That in itself is relatively interesting. I was wondering if Mirage would come in. That's not going to be the case. They go for Vertigo. I don't exactly know what to expect from them. We are a little bit in the dark.
I think that was the map they played 25 times in the past 3 months, right? So there's a lot of data. But as you said, when you have data against teams that are on a lower skill level, if you're Cater right now, if you're Fnatic, you probably don't want to look into that. You just want to play your own brand of Counter-Strike. And I know we hate when we say that. I know we hate when teams say we have to play our own brand of Counter-Strike. But in this case, I feel like that's one of the few times you can actually justify it, because 9 is usually playing against tier 3, tier 4 opponents, so you don't really want to take too much away from those games, because Fnatic should be of a different caliber.
Now, how important is it here when we're looking at these games for this matchup between Nikodos and Hades, and how good Hades has been, because he has been the point man, he has been the start.
Yeah, it's great to see Hades bounce back. Obviously, we have to be a little bit careful with his stats as well, because the numbers will be different of the one events, right? The caliber of opposition is completely different now. And I think these specific matchup, when you're Hades, you're going up against Fnatic, that's the moment that you can prove that you can back up these numbers. Yeah. You can actually have the same kind of impact, because one of the eternal criticism I had to Hades when he was in Ents was, hey, when you go up against real opponent, you cannot do it. You cannot crack it. You go back and you be quiet. So I need Hades to do the dirty stuff to Nikodos, as Jacob would like to say. I need him to back up these numbers and have that kind of impact, because I have my trust in Nikodos in that matchup.
Okay, so you're still with Nikodos?
I'm with Fnatic all the way, baby.
You want to hear a fun fact?
Yeah.
One of the issues with Nikodos is that he's not farming against lesser opponents. He's actually performing better, statistically speaking, against top 10 teams than top 20 teams. The opposite is the case with Roy. Yeah, it's very interesting. The opposite is the case with Roy. Roy farms against top 20 opponents, where he's struggling against top 10 teams. So right now, I'm feeling fairly confident that Roy's going to come in and have a good game, whereas Nikodos could be the guy in problems. And as you said, Hades as his counterpart could be a rough matchup for him.
Now, you guys haven't been swayed on how this will go in terms of it'll be an upset. I think we all chose Fnatic here, right? So we've got a couple of other guys who decided to pick 9. Why do you do this, guys?
Today you are going to play against Fnatic, and considering that recently they've been playing a lot of LANs and you've been playing a lot of online tournaments, do you feel that maybe you kind of have an advantage?
Would, please.
I mean, yeah, online is always a bit different to LAN. It's like less pressure online, so we feel pretty confident.
Do you feel that maybe a team that is so good at grinding online can cause you a lot of trouble?
Yeah, I think that can cause a lot of trouble actually, because they're used to playing from home. Like all the tournaments they play, I think, are from home. So I think that's a little advantage they have. And for us, we play most of the tournaments at LAN. So it's gonna be a switch for us again, playing from home.
Well. Everyone on the Fnatic side except for us. How does it feel?
I'm just gonna say that even though the odds reflect what we should be seeing in this game, that Fnatic should be taking it. Sometimes you have to make a stand.
I know.
You have to take a stand and say that 9 are an interesting team. That they have played so much online CS. It's almost reminiscent of like the Gambit youngsters of the COVID era, where everybody was just grinding things out, getting so much better in such a short span of time, playing every single official that comes their way. And look at what happened to that team. How they rose through the ranks. And I think 9 is very similar in terms of their trajectory and their narrative.
I mean, you've just heard a lot about it. A lot of different teams are giving them credit. I don't know if maybe I just overbought the hype a little bit, but I kind of want to believe it could be an exciting game. It's up against Fnatic, obviously. That definitely are the favorites here, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We'll start on Vertigo. Second best of 3 today is coming right up, and can't wait for it. Fnatic on the CT side, and 9 going to be starting on the T side, and already leaning towards that B bomb side, which is a single defender over there. That could get a bit rough unless Fnatic are quick, and they already are moving back. And look at Mezzi. He's actually got the Molotov to slow them down. This is actually a great utility to have right
บ้าน
now.
อยู่ด้านบน
Yeah, but there's a couple smokes on the side of 9. You expect that they use those just to take away some of the sight lines from Fnatic. And so that Molly actually is really going to do quite a bit. Actually, no, 5-man stack. Not even a single point of damage taken by Fnatic.
ตีเดือดเต็ม
Yeah, that was very, very, very decisive. In spite of the fact that they were quick to extinguish the Molotov, like you pointed out, it just didn't really matter in the end. And also, partly because Fnatic were already making the rotation towards the B-bomb site, they found that out pretty early and made a decisive call. That's great.
Yeah, good information gathering there. Good defensive utility for Mezzi. 9, yeah, okay. I mean, the case for 9 in this one is that sometimes when you have a radical stance, you do things that are beyond what you even believe just to make a point. And that's what the 9 pickers did.
I know.
We know that this is Fnatic favor, that they should be winning this, that they're one of the better teams in the space right now. But there's just something about 9 and what they stand for and the grind set that this team has been on, it captures our attention and it gives us hope for the upset.
Also, I mean, to think of it another way, you know, if you pick Fnatic here and you win,
Yeah,
you should get almost a point for it. It's kind of like,
Exactly.
Pick 9 and they pull through the upset, you just look like a genius.
You should get 2 points.
Yeah, exactly. You should count double, really.
Yeah.
But they're back from the table. Big fix. We like it. Second round is coming up, and it's Fnatic, obviously with the bye, no question. 9 are gonna have to wait out a little bit longer. Gonna be chilling for a moment. With the Glocks. Glocks?
Glocks.
What they need, like, you know how they have like different names for like fish and all the rest of it. They need that for like 5 Glocks. Like, what is it called?
I think most would just gravitate towards flock. Rhymes. Flock of Glocks. A gaggle of Glocks.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Oh, here we go. Goofy to pick up the kill, but it's pretty easily dealt with. No real casualties there on the Fnatic side. They're going to be fine with it leading into the third round.
Pretty straightforward. Just a single kill. And this is where I want to see if things get interesting for 9. I'm keeping my eye on them just a little bit. Just some of the differences. Why people at ESL Pro League kept telling me that this is the team that I should be watching if I want to see someone that's innovating. And it seems like they just kind of structure their default sometimes a little bit differently. They favor B a little bit more than some other T sides, and we see that already happening here with Goofy pressing on forward this quickly. Okay, I don't think that player on site recognizes that Goofy has gotten this close. So much defensive utility has already been deployed. Look at where Goofy is. He's already made it to quad. And Mezzi,
has no idea.
He's just playing safe though. He knows that the bomb site has been taken to this point, but he probably never knew that Goofy got that far.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that he must have realized. That's so sick. The run up to take that much control on the bomb site with almost nothing. I don't even know how they assembled a run boost that quickly.
Right. That is just... This is what we want to see. This is why I was excited for this match.
And a tough call for Fnatic. Obviously, you don't want to really save this one, but at the same time, you might have to. They don't have that much money in the bank. It's a pretty quick bomb plant. The retake, no matter what here, is going to get tricky. They have the defuse kits, obviously, but man, it has to be quick from here on out. Frasher's going to be getting one. Kyler goes down. Goofy with a good headshot, and the swing is there. Just super aggressive. No shot that Crims is going to be able to get anything done here. He's going to have to walk away. So they lose all the important rifles, really. And 9 are on the board early on.
Right. Crims, here's these oncoming players, and oh, actually, they're still pressing on forward, and he's able to get an M4.
I feel confident already. I feel like 2-1 scoreline, like it's a good conversion. I don't think I've never lost a bet from this position. I feel good.
You think that this is a sure thing for 9?
He actually skated up the rail on the other side onto his teammate's face and just kept going. What a god.
So quick.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you need to practice. And I guess most teams, they know how to do the run boost, but you just assemble it kind of, you know, how you normally would. You don't practice the fine detail of it. It's pretty interesting.
Okay, wow. pressing up ramp already is key. And Roy right there on the long side. And it looks like they're going for the double swing actually, but okay, 9, they're holding on to this space pretty well. Hades right underneath that smoke is able to take down Roy, and Nikodaz lies in wait. Might be able to actually find a single kill here. No! Hades just too ready for that duel, and things are not going the way of Fnatic so far.
Definitely not. Smoke actually collided with Fashar on the other side. And Hades will just walk up and take him down. 3 kills for him in the round, and already a save been called on the other side. So tie up the scoreline is 9.
9 are looking fierce.
Yeah, we're overly confident, as you can probably tell.
Yes.
But you have to recognize there's a lot riding on this, like the bragging rights in the green room.
Yeah, exactly.
Ruining Pip's day. It's all good.
Just the biggest Faven hater in the building. Yeah. Well,
we needed to clip that from the chat.
I think every analyst needs one enemy.
That's probably true. I feel like you have quite a few.
I've taken a few battles on multiple fronts.
Makes life a little bit more interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's a life philosophy to that, which
having an arch nemesis.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Exactly. It's good to have mentors and it's good to have nemesis.
Well, I appreciate it. I hope Nafu makes it.
He's come out stronger for it too, actually. Okay, but so far, I think that Fnatic are getting caught with their pants down in a couple of these rounds. Just not really. It's tough to prep for this kind of team. Always have a new little play that they're ready to run on any given round. And unless you really face it in person, you can watch the demo, but until you really are on the receiving end, you don't know what's coming your way.
We saw this boost earlier, actually, in the first best of 3. Didn't really ever get put into play, but yeah, you can see how it offsets the angle enough that if you're walking in on the T side, you just might not expect it.
Yeah, really, really strong, actually.
Just some confusion.
Yeah, shuffling some nades around. Roy wants to toss a flash forward, and 9 just holding on to that space. They're not actually giving anything up yet. And this might lull Fnatic into a false sense of security, as the single player that they have jump spotting is Roy with 18 HP. But if he's able to hold on to it, then Fnatic can really center their defense around B, and that might actually be 9's target.
Trims is getting here with a Molotov as well, and obviously, even more importantly, maybe the other M4. So they have both the rifles in the right position. There could be a deep nade back here to really make Mezzi's life very tricky, but
they're going up ramp. Yeah, they're already going up ramp. This is a bit of a fake coming out from 9, and that smoke might make things a little bit interesting for Key if he's not able to play around it well, but Roy is just here with a P2K, and he hasn't heard a step yet. Hades getting into a deep position towards long. He might be able to catch somebody off guard. No, it's him that's caught off. Crims with the swing. And now man advantage lies with Fnatic. 20 seconds.
Right underneath them, Roy steps up, but he can't finish the kill. He did get the dink on the Goofy, so nearly picking that one up. Only 15 seconds now. It's a good shot from Kyler and Crims. The spray, it's nearly a full-on spray down. He nearly won the round for his team right then and there. The bomb is being planted on the other side, but look how low they are. Key and Kyler here, they are just a couple of shots away from death. It's going to be messy to pick up one, but he can't catch Kyler, and the headshot comes through. Beautiful accuracy here on the side of Kyler, and that will get them the round.
Wow, swings back into the angle even though he had 22 HP. That's so bold, and it pays off. Always going to expect that player to retreat. So, have 9 pick up yet another round.
But that one got really scary. It looked like they'd kind of outsmarted Fnatic, but Crims kind of showed up at the perfect time. I think Crims must have been about a bullet away from getting this double kill, and then obviously the round is over. So, well played on Crims' side as well. That's pretty sick.
The Fnatic, they still have a buy to work with. Hades holding the angle towards B. Anybody approaches, this should be a freebie for him. Okay, there's the opportunity. It presents itself, but Hades not able to actually hit the shot. An exchange of Molotovs leaves Mezzi with 52 HP, but still no clear winner in this little bout.
Orper on the other side. Both Orpers really in this map, I think, quite exciting to be looking at. I really like Nikodo's opening, but I was a huge fan of Hades as well for a long time. I was worried when he got removed from the previous lineup. I just thought, oh no, I hope he doesn't just disappear, but this seems to be a pretty cool hold for him at the moment.
Yeah, he's actually found a nice spot for himself here on this all Polish lineup. And he's really been making a name for himself once again. Taking the place of Sparrow, but looks like with Hades, 9 is flying even higher.
Ramp control again for 9, which is such a powerful position to be in. They don't have many nades, so that's maybe the huge downside, so they can't do the full execute that you normally like to see from this position. But they have a smoke, and it's been put up already. Nikodos misses the first shot, but the second time is running out here. 15 seconds. They're really standing still. They might be expecting Fnatic to do a bit more, but yeah, just rock solid from Fnatic, waiting it out. If they go aggressive in that last 10 seconds, they might run into it and quickly turn it into the favor of 9, but instead, the round is going to expire, and Fnatic will get another one.
Yeah, 3-3. Just held on to that ground, and like you said, there just wasn't the utility necessary for 9 to breach into the bomb site.
I feel like though the act of freezing right here is exactly the kind of thing that could draw a lot of teams into it. A lot of teams would be a little bit frantic in trying to take a peek or two. You could see Nikodos a very awkward position to be in with an AWP behind the boxes, but he's just standing still. Oh, here we go. Quick assembly of the run boost, straight in there.
Oh, but I think they're calling for a reset.
Oh yeah, they might be. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, too bad. Yeah, you know, they got that down.
I still think it's gotta be possible for the CTs to throw a decoy that just collides with the player midair.
It just blocks that.
Yeah, you just throw it, like you just know the timing, you just count like 1, 2, you throw it, and then if they assemble it pretty quickly, they just drop right into it and just fall down to the pavement.
That would be hilarious.
Beautiful way to use it.
Yeah, give it some purpose, right? It's really what we want. Seems to be one of the discussions with Source 2 coming out is just how are they going to change decoys, because there's a couple guns in the game that don't really serve any significant purpose, and that is, it's not a gun technically, but you know, it's something.
Hard to find a real use for it, isn't it, at the moment? So yeah, I don't know, that is kind of a big question.
Still, the only thing I've seen is the Monacy right click it on Dust 2, make the opposing opper through double doors think that, oh, he took a shot, I'm gonna peek him.
Yeah, it's such niche uses, isn't it? Maybe just with the explosion, blow away the smoke from like
no,
I mean, you'd have to that's so far advanced, right?
That's been confirmed to not actually. Yeah.
I don't know how you would time it anyway. Like you'd have to throw a decoy before the smoke, and then
that's
smoke
true.
land on top. But
I mean, it would have to be probably your own smoke to just line it all up.
Yeah, that's a good point. That could be an interesting.
Wood, please.
Just, you have to see it coming way in advance. I can appreciate that. Tech timeout, as you can tell. He's got those acoustic tiles in the back.
Yeah.
Trying to stay friends with his neighbors.
Right. Also makes your microphone sound marginally better.
It does. I thought about putting that up.
I actually have. Nice. Yeah, they're pretty good. Or at least I had them at my last place.
Last place. Now you're traveling around the world.
I'm a nomad now.
Yeah. Living in different places. Not bad.
Wood, please.
You see the little Star Wars in the background there? Mezzy, we just lined it up.
Let's see Mezzy's camp.
He's got all the purples right there. Good stuff. I don't know, on some printer as well. Yeah. And weird blue lighting.
Did he just
up from the ground?
Did he just steal that from the last season or something?
I can respect that. I feel like that's, you know, steal meaningless things. Then it's funny, you know. I tried it myself. I tried to steal hotel pens. It's my thing.
I never bring pens anymore when I'm traveling. I always just take them to my hotels.
There we go. There we go.
Wood,
not gonna
please.
Alright, they assemble it again. Let's go.
Oh, quick jump and the flash on top. It is so sick. Kyler with a double kill. Absolutely knocking out the defense at the B bomb site. Fnatic, they are shook right now.
That is beautiful. Still able to pull it off. Kyler, the triple entry. He's at 9-3 right now. And there is no hope for Fnatic in this round. 4 versus 2. It's all about self-preservation for the remaining players. 9. They'll just keep throwing it at you. You got it. That's why they need that decoy, Anders. They need a way to stop that.
They gotta figure it out.
Because it's coming.
It's actually so sick. No one's ever thought about putting real time into Counter-Strike acrobatics except for 9. They're ahead of the curve. This is the team that's finally going to do the run boost, it seems. I can feel it coming.
Oh, they might. Yeah, I think so. This is a theory craft team. This is a team full of synchronized swimmers.
The ones that finally make it look cool.
Yeah. They're getting gold
ยิง
medal.
อย่างไกลระยะเท่าไหร่วันนี้
They definitely will.
16เนี่ย
I mean, you have to assume that that particular strategy has an expiration date at some point where the CTs just start to say, okay, we
just hold.
Yeah, we can't. It's not worth it, you know. Yeah. Hey, this is sick.
This music is epic.
Yeah, where's Captain Jack Sparrow?
Yeah, it was kind of like a half Pirates of the Caribbean and half Lord of the Rings with the choral component.
There's a real universe mix-up.
Yeah, some crossover stuff. That's what you get from 9. I don't know how Roy is down to 13 already though. Is he standing on a molly?
I can't really say that actually either. That seems weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that is one of the premium rifles for Fnatic. Already in the red. A bit concerning. They're gonna have to make the most of it. I've been alerted that it is Bastion that is actually controlling this camera and doing a great job, Bastion. Keep it up.
It's an interesting sort of different paces, right? From the run boost over at the B-bomb side, it's very, very slow pace. Got to be somewhat frustrating for Fnatic as well to have to. You can't just fall into the rhythm of, okay, we're getting attacked all the time, we're playing at a high pace. It's like, well, that. And then some of these rounds where it's a lot more waiting around. Oh, he coming up with a double as one of them fell right into the headshot. There's still 2 more, actually 3 more players here. This could work out for Fnatic. They have the stack ready, and if they would have got that shot, that would have been the bomb unable to be picked up, and they would have had to backtrack. Now the bomb is going to make its way to B, and any rotation through the middle here, you should be dead by all rights. Goofy's going to pick the kill on Crims, and they just smoke it off. Yeah, man, if he actually got the shot on Minio back there, it would have been an absolute nightmare for 9.
Oh, they're playing this so well too, not giving it up for free. Okay, I spoke a little too soon. Goofy with the wide swing there. Now there is actually an opportunity for Fnatic. This round has really turned around for them, and with that tag earlier from Nikadon, Minio just on 1 point of health. It'll be tough to defend this, as they have no utility left over too.
There is one more nade on Nikos, and he's picked up an AK instead of the AWP, so they're going to go for it here. Can they find it? The grenade doesn't touch anyone just yet. Smoke on top of the bomb as well. Minio hiding back here. The timing, it's perfect. He swings out for the second and gets a double. And it's another round for 9. Very, very close this one. In spite of Fnatic having nearly nothing, and in spite of them losing a double to the wall bang early on, they still made it a very competitive round.
There's the wall bang there. Roy tagged up earlier in the round. Still not exactly sure how that happened, but Minio with 1 point of health, that's just ultimate value. Just tucking in, positionally outplaying them, and then striking when the iron was hot. Okay, a little bit faster, though, from 9. Roy doesn't want to actually take that engagement just yet. Seems like 9 are really controlling the pace in these ramp engagements.
Yeah, Fnatic don't have the confidence yet, or maybe don't have the economy yet, to try to take the fight a little bit deeper on the ramp. Key the one moving up, AK in hand to try and challenge right around the smoke. Top, he's going to put some pressure on, it'll at least force out the smoke right away. Fnatic are not going to be that scared. Roy right on top, that's such a scary position to be in. We had this played itself out earlier where all Roy had was the P2000. At least now he's a little bit better equipped. Nico is going to be careful that he doesn't get completely banged through the smoke. He's looking for it, but it's with the AWB at the wrong time. Messi at the back of the bomb site. Minio patiently waiting for somebody else to move up. Oh, this is so scary if you're on the T side. That long lane, he gets the spray through, but Roy's there with the return. It's still a 2-on-2. Oh my god! That is unfair. Wallbang shot to take Roy down straight away, just blows him up. And now it's Fasher on the other side, 1 versus 2. Nine have found another way into a bomb site. They know where he's coming from now, no doubt. Grenade not going to help him that much. It's all a question of the mechanics now. Troy 1 is very exposed. They take him down. They've got everything working for them. This is a sick start for 9.
Oh, 9 are looking so sharp in these moments of transition. So many little frags that make such a world of difference. That spray that Minio had to take down Mezzi back quad was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Every opportunity that 9 have been presented, they are making it count. So, Fnatic want to slow him down. Even though the scoreline is still pretty close, it does feel like the momentum is firmly in the favor of 9.
Yeah, they're doing a huge amount of work on the T side already. And it's kind of keeping Fnatic again in this weird position where they're going to keep not having all the weapons or all the grenades. Some of the little tricks they might have are going to be put on hold at least for a minute. See if they have something up their sleeves.
Kyler also, it just feels like this guy's deleting people from the game. Every time Kyler spots him.
What do you do?
Yeah, he just went for it. Maybe he saw something, but no, it was just... Even Roy's a little bit confused.
Yeah, it's just eyes widening. It's like, oh, okay.
And it also kind of just costs nothing to go for that spam. Your teammate's already throwing a smoke. They already know your presence.
Yeah.
And so why not, right? And, hey, this might be a little bit of a cheeky play for Roy. Waiting until the smoke fades might get the better of some of these players.
He knows they've been playing in the smoke in general. Flashed his way through, and it's not that far away. He's pretty close to catching that kill, but unfortunately, he just missed it by maybe a second. Oh my god. Okay. It's pretty violent, isn't it? Aggressive play.
Oh, you're good.
Just instant death.
Wood, please.
Gotta say that 9's protocols for ramp control have looked great.
Yeah. And this round is 1.
Yeah. Fnatic is just iced out of this. Might want to try to recover that gun that they fell towards middle. So Fasher does find that. Yeah, 7 on the board already for 9. Reminder, this is their map pick, so true. Would love, I mean, this is more or less what we expected in some ways, that they would have this much depth in terms of their playbook. Fnatic, a team that still has a lot to show in this series.
Yeah, I think on the positive side for Fnatic, it's not like their players aren't woken up. It's not like they're not having an output. It's just, yeah, some of the strats here are really sick, and obviously Keegan and Kyler as well mechanically just looking good. They're going to be able to save the AK on the Fnatic side, and that's about it. 7-3 the scoreline. It's starting to feel a lot more real at the moment.
Starting to believe your pick.
I've always believed in it. I was sure from the start.
You shouldn't make it if you don't.
That's it. You know, you gotta do it with confidence.
I'm gonna cup.
This little shot from Fasher. Been a player from Fnatic that's been under some scrutiny with his poor outing at IEM Katowice, but he made amends with what he did at ESL Pro League, but hold that thought. 9, quick out towards middle, already posted on the angle, and Fasher, he might want to battle through this, but the Molly's going to stop him right there. And 9, they actually pumped the brakes. They let Fnatic act elsewhere, and that plays right into Key's hand.
So much pressure in the middle again, like the very many different looks that they've had. It's been fast B, obviously with the run boost. It's been very, very slow at the bottom of the A ramp. Now we're in the middle. They're just unbelievably versatile so far on the T side. It's making it very, very hard for the CTs to figure out where exactly do you want to put the defense in. Good shot for Nikodos. That's the kind of shot, if you miss it, you probably just die right away. So, huge plays.
Might even lose the round right away. Kyler playing around. 2 steps, spots the head, but Mezzi's a little bit faster on the trigger.